I think it's funny how like oh, I literally made a video about this I think like two, maybe yesterday, a few days ago, and all of a sudden, and this has been speculated for a while, and somebody's like, "Hey, we're gonna talk about it," and thus making my rumor video kind of useless or kind of what I thought they would change, but nevertheless, they actually kept what a lot of the guesses that I assumed that it would have. So, for example, if you want to look at the picture here, we see a slightly clogged tire CPU. It's the same CPU, just clogged tire, like they did with the PlayStation 3 models throughout their years on the market. We see this 36 quote-unquote improved GCN compute units at 911 megahertz, which, oh my god, it's also clogged tire. And then we are also seeing clogged tire RAM. Wow. I was joking about my friends that we were joking about, yeah, we're gonna overclock our RAM in our motherboards and our hard drives and all this stupid stuff. But then Sony actually does that. Yeah. We're also seeing also, if you look on the far right, or just the right, I don't know why people say far right when there are only three categories. It's getting a boost, and CPU power, GPU power is also getting a boost. And also, if you look at the screen now, we will see the new AMD software that Sony wants to, I guess, put into their into this new PlayStation 4 Neo. I'm still gonna call it the PlayStation 4K. I don't really know. I don't know why it's PS4 Neo. If that's the code name, then cool. But I wonder what it's going to be called at release, or what they're going to launch it as in E3. And on the screen right here, you will also see pictures of kind of an assumption, or it's not a leak, but how people expect the PS4K or the PS4 Neo to look. So my overall impressions are, also, if somehow you didn't hear about the news, they're pretty much doing exactly what I stated in my rumor, or in my thoughts and my hypothesis of this console. They are going to obviously keep the life of the PlayStation 4 units and stuff like that. They are also going to have this console be 4K compatible, but it's also going to be priced at $400. So 4K, are we talking about maybe 12 FPS difference? Yeah, there's not much to say, so I'm gonna pretty much give you guys my thoughts about this. I'm not gonna have this drag on to be an 8 or 9 minute video like the rest of the people, because let's be honest, a lot of people don't have the attention span for that. So let's get straight to the point. So one thing, looking from the PS1 to PS2, from PS3 to the PS4, there wasn't a huge difference. Looking back at it from the PS1 to the PS2 to the PS3, we saw the evolution of graphics. We saw standard def and high definition in addition to multiplayer gaming. So now in the PS4, we didn't really get that Super HD or that Ultra HD, that 4K buff that everybody was expecting to get. Instead, it's more of an improvement, and kind of improvement's the appropriate word. It's definitely an improvement from the PS3's multiplayer. I'm not entirely sure, but a lot of people say it is better than PS3's multiplayer. The UI is a little bit better apparently, and I think it all comes down to preferences. But it's just kind of this generational change and restructuring what they did so well in the PS3 and building it up to the PS4. But there really isn't that huge difference, that graphical fidelity difference that we're used to seeing from the PS2 to the PS1. So obviously with the PS4 4K, they're kind of striking that theme that they've had over the past couple of years from PS1 to PS4. And I guess they're trying to make 4K and 4K gaming and virtual reality, the theme of this console generation. So another initial thought that I had was, if this ends up succeeding, which I hope it does not, I'm really kind of against something like this, because this console is the same price as the PS4 was at launch, but it's going to be better. But Sony said they're not dropping support, obviously because there are 20 million users, but a lot of people are missing the fact that this might make games a little more expensive, because development's going to have to put more time into developing games for both platforms at that. And they said specifically that we're not going to abandon the audience, and I hope they're going to live by that, because right now it's kind of like the new graphics cards that come out every year or every other year, except it's probably a little cheaper, but it's not really conditioned and used to and expected from the console community. The console community buys a console every, what, 5 years, every 5 or 6 years, and they expect you that longevity and life cycle out of it. The PS4 has been out for 3 or 2 years now, and they're like, okay, well, we kind of made a turd, and it's not that it's a turd, it's just underpowered compared to what PCs can do nowadays. And now they're just trying to fill up that void that they're so heavily chasing. And you know, it's very apparent in the news. People are still talking about resolutions. Why aren't games 1080p 60 FPS? I mean, shit, the PS3, Xbox 360, they had 720p 60 FPS games, and some games, many games, were 1080p 60 FPS on those systems too. So I don't know if it's gonna be, you know, like fighting games, maybe some simulators to be at a 4K resolution. But I don't know, if you're going to be upgrading your consoles and having this be a new trend and have console gaming be as expensive as PC gaming, especially for the really diehard hardcore fans that are going to pick up stuff like this back to back, then why not just get a PC and buy a GPU? Like, drop $500 on a 980 or $450 on a 980, and don't upgrade for like, you could probably make it for like 4 or 5, maybe 6 good years. But then again, that's assuming you're not running your games at like 4K 60 FPS and you are good at gaming at 1440p and 1080p, because this card obviously is still just destroying games and whatever I throw at it. So is that all that I had to say about this? Because a lot of my opinions, a lot of my main opinions that I stated are in the rumor video that you can check out right here. But overall, I'm interested to see how this is going to impact Sony, the economics, how the Sony fans are going to be reacting to something like this. I hope this is not a trend, because like I said, consoles, you buy them, they're supposed to last, they're easy, you play games on them, short, sweet, to the point. And now that they're adding this kind of new layer, or trying to, you know, strengthen their console by adding another one, which is you know, inadvertently splitting your audience. And you know, people are gonna feel, you know, superior if they have the PlayStation 4 Neo versus somebody that has just the general PlayStation 4. I don't know. I'm just really interested to see how other people are responding, reacting. I don't know. But nevertheless, tell me what you guys thought about this video. Tell me what you think about the PlayStation 4 Neo, because I'm really interested as to what you guys have to say. And yeah, thanks for watching the video. Take it easy, guys.